Oh. Hi, baby. I'm a little bit embarrassed.
Why?
Well, your hair looks great. I haven't even combed mine today.
I haven't combed mine today either.
I did hold my head out the window on the freeway coming home for a while and just, you know, get it in shape.
I just ran out of time. I got right up to that point and then I just ran out of time.
I make it a habit to do that every day.
I did put makeup on.
You look
That's something.
ready for whatever's going to happen. Yeah, see, I've been hearing lately, some people that follow that poor guy are starting to grow their hair out a little bit longer to match mine, and they're calling it, it's the wind-blown bed head. You know, if you're not going to pay to get it cut, why would you pay to get it styled?
Oh, you totally have to use that one picture for the thumbnail now. It's a good one.
I have no idea.
The step Danny.
Oh. Well, I feel kind of weird because I feel good, but I'm not supposed to because I hear Mercury is in retrograde.
Well, that doesn't mean you're supposed to feel bad. That just means, like, communication can be messed up. So, like, text messages you might send to the wrong person, or, like, miscommunication.
Wrong lawyer.
Yeah, so you just, like, want to double check, like, contracts, and it's just as ripe energy for mistakes to be made or misinterpretations, that kind of stuff. So it doesn't mean you'll feel bad, though. It just usually means stuff gets messed up, so you might get frustrated initially.
If there's anything I know about retrogrades, it comes from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. When they were saying
was that Mercury
Saturn,
retro?
I always thought it was Mercury, but I watched it again. It's Saturn. She's reading and saying Saturn's in retrograde. That's terrible, and terrible things happen. So I sit and think retrograde. That's when I'm at my best. You know, things have to be bad for some people and good for others. This is my energy.
You
Friday
have to check your birth chart. Yeah, you have to check your birth chart. If you were born in a retrograde, then it's different for you. So
people have been calling me a throwback for years, but I'm still running. Burnout, but still smoking.
I have to check to see if I was in what was in retrograde.
Well, definitely when I hear other people having problems with it, my day was great. I was out in the world. I was out in the world, and I was in a place I sometimes go and I affiliate with people. And there was something wonderful happening this day, and there was a raffle. They fed everybody lunch. And this guy that must have been like human resources or something, he's walking around, and I've had some run-in. He's human resources. I've been called into his office. Good talk. And we've got some things in our background that are in common, so I used that in his face, and he was like, oh yeah. Not really in his face, but yeah. Not meant as an insult, but hey, how about this? And he's like, oh, yeah. And so we understand each other. And he came up and he held up this, it was like he was holding a golden ticket. He just was holding it like this. Hey, you're on the air. And there. That's the most you'll ever see of her.
She's Scorpio. Like triple Scorpio.
Don't tell everybody about her. They'll be able to follow her routine. So he's holding up this little, like 3 by 1.5 inch, a nice cardboard. It was like in American Psycho when they do the little speech with their business cards. I know more about the movie than that because I read the book, which if you really want to get horrified, and American Psycho, the movie, wasn't enough, which for me it wasn't. Read the book. You'll have a hard time sleeping at night. So it's like business cards. They spent money on these, and it had a number and a thing down here saying everything. And he's holding it to me, and he's like, yeah, did I give you one of these yet? And I was like, no, I haven't seen you. And he's so, and it's like he's checking to see if I'm fucking working them or something, because we understand each other now. And he's just holding it there. And it just, I thought it was like he didn't want to give it to me. And I'm like looking at him, and it looked like a golden ticket. And I sat there and read the number while he was holding it. And I finally reached, and I said, 56.
It just feels like a good number.
And immediately, you know, I break these numbers down to their constituents and make whatever I want out of them. And I said, 56. And I said to him, 1, 7, and 2 4s. And I didn't explain to him until later what the fours represent. A 4 is the symbol of Jupiter, which is the god I was born under as a Sagittarius. So I've just always figured 4 is probably a good number to call lucky in a pinch. And so I said, a 7 and 2 4s. That's all I said to him. Because in my head, the 7 times 4 times 4, that doesn't make sense. But 7, what was the math? 7 and 2 4s. 2 4s, 4 plus 4 equals 8. So 7, you get 56. So you've got all good numbers here. And then they had their lunch. I went out and smoked while everybody was standing around, you know, in line. I'm not going to stand in that line. I could have smoked 5 cigarettes by now. And I come back in. I realize I should probably get in there. And I walk in and go in there. And I'm in the line that's moving through the area where they're rolling the raffle thing. And there, this woman named Diane wins. And she doesn't want to go up. And she's shy. And she goes up and she got a gift card. And then another guy there, he won earbuds. He made her go up and get them for him. Not walking in front of these people.
Oh my gosh.
He likes to be a lot of fun one-on-one and in front of a couple people, but he's like my dad. He doesn't do well in front of a crowd.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Now there are many more people that can judge you in a court of law. But then standing there, and they said, now for the big prize. And I had no idea what the big prize was. I got there just in time, and I knew my number. And right as he was reaching into the bin to pull out a card, I muttered under my breath, 1 7 and 2 4s. Oh. And I felt it. I said, this is mine. And he says, 56. And I said, ha! I was like, yeah! I did it just like that. I didn't hold back because of the neighbors. Their dogs probably creeping. Look, there's that woman over there, leaf blower people. I did a joke how I was going to borrow their leaf blower once and never give it back and drive them crazy. Oh, the wind's going that way. Okay, so, well, she understands what the show's about. So, yeah, and I won $250. I didn't even have to put anything in. But it was, and then after that, everything else, there's good fortune here, good fortune here. Oh, here's the thing that I left out. You have to wonder whether I did that on purpose so we could go back and remind you of where this all began. When I said to him, taking the golden ticket out of his hand, 7 and 2 4s. He said, good luck. He was turning, he was walking away, and he said, good luck, Judas. And, best wishes, something like that. He was wishing me luck on winning. And I said to him, that's all I've ever had is good luck. That's all I've ever had. That money doesn't come my way, but good fortune always seems to. And he was like, and he acted like that was nice to say. And so later, afterwards, after I'd won and I was getting ice cream, found out they had ice cream, everybody went nuts. Nobody knew there was ice cream cones, you know, like with the nuts and the Nestle type, those ones. It's getting that, and he was standing there and he looked at me and he says, you weren't kidding about your good fortune. He was just like, he was a believer. And then I told him how I muttered it right when they were reaching for the card. And I said, but you changed everything, because I got good fortune and I got money too. And he's like, so this is a good day in Mercury retrograde. There was supposed to be a whole lot more about all the things I win, you know, because they're like, oh, you won, congratulations. I said, I always win.
Oh my gosh.
All these things.
Well,
I bring home speakers, Amazon Echoes.
Drag queen bingo.
Oh, I'm winning both times.
Twice
won the grand prize. And then the woman was saying the grand prize, the woman was saying the grand prize, it's a trip to the UP. You know, you gotta
we were
take
so excited.
Snowmobile to get in there, and
like,
a cabin,
right.
and it's
no
awesome. Heat,
yeah,
no
she was trying to make it as worse
plumbing. And I'm sitting there in front of her, hearing all this stuff, my face is getting bigger and bigger. I'm like, oh my God, she's in the audience.
I was excited too until she got to no heat and no plumbing, and then I was like, wait, what?
And I was
but right up until then, I was
with
like,
it. No, she never turned me away. It sounded like the best weekend getaway in the middle, you know, because it was frigid. It was terrible outside. But
well, it was January. It was for my birthday.
Yeah.
So January in the UP, well, Gaylord gets 180 inches of snow on average. And so the UP is like 220 plus inches of snow every year. Average.
Well, and then she says, and I was like, you mean we don't get the trip? It was supposed to be a joke. Like, oh, what a terrible journey. And the person, everybody laughs at the guy for believing her, but I was just so happy. And, oh no, this is what you get. I didn't remember what it was. I win so many things.
It was like you got like the cup or the shirt.
There was some big deal. But here's the thing. It's stuff like that I win. But the thing is, my whole life, I've always been second place. And it's just perfect for me. What? No, in any kind of competition things, I get second place. Probably altruism. But, and I thought, you know, if there was some kind of contest, see, I would like to be second place. I would like to be a silver medal winner in the Olympics.
Well, it gives you flexibility.
When you can stand in the bar afterwards with a gold medal winner and people say, hey, saying to you, hey, look, you only got a silver. What's the matter with you? You didn't have what it took in the end? And you go, look, motherfucker, this is the only person in this entire fucking planet that is any better than me. So you go sit down and shut the fuck up. Lest I have to clean my silver medal in the morning after I tear it out of your ass. It would be great to be a silver medalist. But if it were second places, thinking about a competition where the greatest second place winner ever, I would probably get second place in that. There'd be somebody better at second place than me. That's the second placeism in me. And I don't mind it at all. But Mercury's in retrograde. I leapt to the forefront today, and I almost saved a life. I don't even know it. I might have cut somebody off and ran somebody into a ditch and they didn't die. Everything's going to be okay. I saved a life today. I love you, baby.
Love you too.
Well, guess we got to pay the bills.